to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. So thank you for stopping by my little channel. I appreciate it so much. This is a channel where we talk about what not to do when you sew, as well as patterns and fabric and all the things. I wanted to say thank you, first of all, to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting this wonderful hashtag. And I really love it. I look forward to Fridays because I get to catch up with all my sewing friends that I've been watching for ages. And there's so many new ones coming along now. And it's just a wonderful way to find everyone kind of in one place. So I hope that you will search the hashtag Friday Sews. You can filter it down and get this month's videos or today's videos, or there's a lot of search filters you can use, and that way it helps you to narrow down what you're looking for. So with that said, I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who commented on my last week's video. It meant the world to me. The comments were so wonderful and kind, and I am so grateful. And I've read, and I think I've commented on everyone and replied. But I just wanted to say thank you for all your kindness, your prayers, your well wishes, and just for taking your time, because time is a very valuable thing. And the fact that you not only take time to watch my video, but to share a message with me, that really is important. And the sewing community is just the best, in my opinion. So I've got two shirts, sweatshirts to show you, and one thing that I'm making for the Sew Frugal 24 challenge, but I'll get through these and do the sweatshirts first. So I made version A of Newlook 6759. And it's the one that the female model is wearing, the one here at the top. And I didn't put pockets. I just made long sleeves and didn't put a hood or pocket. So it's just version A. And I have to say, I love this pattern. So the first one I made in this blue marled sweatshirt jersey. I said jersey. I have no idea if that's what you call it. It's a sweatshirt fleece. But this one is a lightweight. It doesn't feel like cotton sweatshirting to me. But it has the really soft loops on the inside of it. And it's got this marl texture on the outside. And it's very drapey. It's soft. And it's got a look, it's kind of like, I guess, a medium weight probably. It is so soft. It just feels so good wearing it. And it hangs really pretty. Now this one, I made a straight size medium. I didn't do any alterations. I didn't do any changes on the pattern. After I tried it on, I could tell the sleeves were going to be quite a bit too long, and that was even before I put the cuff on. So what I did, I just chopped off 3 inches off the bottom of each sleeve and then added the cuff. The cuffs are a little bit big for me. I have little wrists for some reason, but the cuffs are just a little bit wide for me. And I had a couple changes that I wanted to make to the next one. Nothing major, and I love this one. I think it looks okay. I'll try to put in either pictures or a little video of how this one turned out so you'll kind of know. I am wider at the hips than anywhere else, so my waist is my smallest part. But I just went with the high bust measurement, and I made a straight size medium. And love this. I did I top stitched the serger seams down for the hem band, for the cuffs, and at the neckline. And I'll go ahead and show you my other version, and then I'll tell you what I did to it different. So the only things I did differently on this version, this is more of a cotton sweatshirting fabric. It too has the soft loops, but it's not hardly as soft as the other one. It's soft, but it's not quite as soft as that one. And it's actually the very same fabric in a different color that this little Lisbon cardigan is from. Now, on this one, I shortened the pattern piece on the sleeves by 3 inches, and I did that at the lengthen and shorten line. So when I got to that step, the cuffs were come out to the right length. I made them just a little bit narrower more narrow. I made them just a little less wide, let's just say that. So this one does fit a little bit neater, I think, than the other one, and it's not quite as drapey. I raised the armhole up by 1 inch, just kind of to make it feel a little bit better. And when I raise my arm, I can raise my arm and it doesn't raise my whole shirt that way. So I did that, and I graded out from right under the waist just down to the hip. I graded out to a large just because I like the loose fit around my hips. But otherwise, it's a straight size medium with 3 inch less on the sleeves, 1 inch raised armhole, and graded out to a large at the hip. Now, this neckband, I noticed it on the other one, and I like it personally. It is about a 2 inch neckband. And so it's a little bit wider than like a ready-to-wear neckband. And I don't know if it's because I used the same fabric as the shirt. I didn't have any ribbing or cuffing. And they usually use a ribbing, I think, on the ready-to-wear ones. But anyway, this is just a little bit wider neckband. But I wear like a t-shirt under it anyway. And it just kind of stands away just a little bit. And I think that's because it's wide, because everything else fit together perfectly, and I like the fit that I got around the neck with it. And I just did the same 1 row of top stitching to hold the serger seams down, and I did that at the cuffs and at the hem band. But I will put in, hopefully, some pictures of me wearing both of those so you can see the difference in what little alterations I did between the fit of the blue one and the fit of the green one in the cotton sweatshirt. So I had mentioned last week that there was 2 free patterns I wanted to work on. One was Tiana's Closet Miranda Gathered Detail Tee. Now, I got that pattern printed out. I think I had it printed out when I talked to you guys last week, but I got it cut out. But I wanted to tell you, these are wonderful patterns. And Tiana's Closet is one of the best that I personally have tried free patterns from in the fit and the way they fit together. The only downfall that I find to them, it's hard to tell what size you're cutting out. Now, I had a viewer last week say that they were just making the Miranda tee, and to be careful because it comes out much more fitted than it appears, as well as the top yoke being much less gathered than it shows to be. So I had that in mind when I cut my fabric. But I'm going to show you this little diagram of the pattern pieces. Now this is the upper yoke, and I went ahead, since my viewer told me that it's much less gathered than it looks in the picture, I just cut in the width of this upper yoke. I just cut that to the largest size, so I would have more fabric that I needed to gather in. And even doing that, it's still not really, really gathered. And so I think you could probably cut and spread and change that to be even wider. I'm not sure if the shaping, I'm not sure how I would do that, but I might try that eventually. I just used a Walmart bundle fabric and a little gray sweater knit. And I'll show you the fabric, and I'll show you how the gathering part, it's not finished, and I don't think I'm supposed to show it anywhere until March 31st for the So Frugal 24 challenge over on Instagram with Sam, Frugalissima, and Ruann, the Yorkshire Sew Girl. They are doing the So Frugal 24 challenge. So anyway, I just made the yoke the largest width and just gathered it in to fit this. But if you can see all those lines, there is no differentiation. That's a hard word for me to say with my little accent. There's no difference in the lines that it shows. They're all solid lines. They don't have any marking as to which size is which. So that was really hard. I don't know. Maybe it's where I can't see as clearly. I don't know. But I just went ahead and measured myself. And then I measured the pattern pieces. I measured the bicep and measured the sleeve, and just added to that measurement seam allowance and a little bit of ease. And so I would cut where I marked it with a highlighter And I don't know what size I cut. I was shooting for the large because that was the closest to my measurements according to that chart. Now this pattern goes from extra, extra small, which is a 31.5-inch bust, to a 5XL, which is a 47.2-inch bust. So I was going for the large. I thought the large should fit everything okay. And I don't know if that's what I cut out or not as far as the body of the garment, because I just kind of counted. It's got a cut line and a stitch line, and I don't know which is which, and I couldn't follow it through all those lines. So I just measured them and marked them and then used a highlighter and cut it out, and that's what I got. But it fits, and it's a really well fit together little pattern. I really appreciate their work and all they do, because, and then offering it for free, it's quite amazing actually. But the neckband fit together perfectly. But now I will show you the gathering on the front yoke. This is not finished, but that is the largest top yoke that the pattern give, and it's still not nearly as gathered as the photograph with this t-shirt, and I'll try to pop that picture up as well. But I think I like it, and I probably would never wear it without something over it, like maybe a little cardigan or something, or just something, because it is very fitted through the waist and hip. So either I might make a little bit bigger size next time in that area, because the top part fits me perfect. It looks really like the right size. The shoulder seam fits good, the arms, all of it fits really well. It's just, and it shows it to be fitted. But I could make it just a little bit bigger next time in the waist and hips and feel more comfortable to wear it without something over it. But I hope to have this finished, and I am working on the Mood Society Rosalie shirt dress. It looks like a pretty simple pattern for a shirt dress, and I showed it last week, of course, and I'll pop a picture in, but that's the only other one that I'm going to try. So I don't have a whole lot of life, and I'm happy to say so. I do go later today for my injection, and that everything's the same. Nothing has changed, so that's good. Greg and I had to go out Wednesday. We had a funeral for one of our dear friends, and actually one of his cousins, and we called each other sister. So I loved her very, very much, and she had passed away on Sunday, and they had her service on Wednesday. So Greg and I went to that and helped with the meal and all that. So I'll pop a picture in of he and I before we left home. He doesn't wear a tie very often, so I was real proud of him. He looked really nice, and if you can see the little tie clasp, it has his initials on it, but that little tie clasp is probably 50 or 60 years old. It belonged to his grandfather. It's probably older than that, honestly. I don't know if I don't think he even remembers him, and he's almost 60. So it's probably at least, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 years old. I don't know. But it's the tie clasp he was wearing. So he looked really handsome and looked really good, I thought, with his tie. And so I was real happy about that. But I just looked like my normal self, unfortunately. But that's how I usually look. So there you go. But I think that's all I have to share. So you go on and watch your other Friday Sew people and enjoy it. And I hope to see you in another week or two. I've got to start spring cleaning the house here really soon. And I'm dreading it because it's been a long winter and a lot of stuff is piled up and a lot of dust is collected. So, but I'll get it done. I'm just going to start working on it one room at a time probably. And you can't clean all the time and not sew. I mean, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? So, so I'll just pace myself. But I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you again for all your kindness and all your comments and prayers. It means the world to me. It truly does. And also, if you love sewing, even if things don't turn out the way you hoped all the time, don't ever give up on it. You'll never have time or money to get into any kind of trouble as long as you sew. Ask me how I know. But I hope you guys are good, and I'll see you next time.